Hey everyone out there, it's Michael V. Moore, aka MicVinny, coming to you with another video blog post. So today I'm going to get a little personal. The other day I was going through my closet because I'm doing a little bit of spring cleaning right now, and I come across a lot of my old t-shirts, like the one I have on. And I remember a while ago my wife asking me, like, why do I keep these shirts? And if you're like any guy, you always have your couple of comfortable clothes. Well, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl. You probably always have everyone has like a couple clothes that they're real comfortable in. And in my case, there was a time period in my life where I remember when I graduated from college. I graduated college back in 2004. In those first couple years, the style, just so you know, in case you didn't know, I went to Temple University up in Philadelphia. And the style, of course, at the time was, baggy clothes. So in Philadelphia, you used to always wear white t-shirts. So that became kind of a thing that I noticed kind of caught on for a lot of my friends. Was just simple buy, a simple colored t-shirt. In this case, it wasn't a white t-shirt anymore. Started buying just colored t-shirts. So whether it was maroon like this, or orange, blue, whatever. And they were always baggy, because the idea was to wear a baggy shirt or a nice shirt underneath, but you would wear your actual, like if you were going to the club, you would actually wear a nicer, collared shirt on top. And so it all matched and everything. So one of my friends, shout out to Lawrence, I remember me and him going shopping and he was telling me about that. I was like, oh, that makes sense, okay? So for many years, that's what I did, because back in those days, you can go to Foot Locker and buy like 5 t-shirts for $20. I'm assuming they probably still do the same thing. But as I morphed into my professional career and I started traveling more often, one of the things I used to always struggle with was like exactly what to pack for those times when I'm on my business trips, when I just want to relax and I don't want to look all professional all the time. So I would find t-shirts like this and I would buy them because I kept up with them. But the sad thing was, for me at this point in my life, was I bought these super baggy shirts. They were XXXL size. But what was sad is I noticed they started to become a little tight on me. I was like, how can these like XXL shirts start to get like a little snug on me? Like, these are humongous shirts. And little did I know at that time, it took many years afterwards for me to start realizing that I was actually gaining weight. And I had no idea I was gaining weight. And for me, I'm 6'3". And I know I come across on videos as like having really small arms and everything. But because of my frame, it's very hard to figure out how much I weigh. And because of how I'm framed, it's very hard to shop for myself. So for a very long period of time, when I was doing my traveling professional career, I would go to the stores and try and find that perfect suit. And then I could not actually find anything for me. And at this time, I didn't get tailor-made stuff. I was still new to the game. So this was before the tailor-made suits and everything. I was still new to the game, and I would go to, let's say a Men's Warehouse or, a department type store place. And what started happening was I discovered that I could no longer fit what they considered their normal size. So that's what led me towards the big and tall stores. And for me, I was weird because I was tall, but the height I was in my frame, I was always in this weird territory between just a little too big for normal, maybe just a little too small for the big and tall. So for a long period of time, I decided that, you know what, I'll just get it from the big and tall, because I had a better chance of finding something to fit me there than I did in the normal stores. And so what happened over time was I had a lot of big clothes, but they were no longer like super big because I actually gained a lot of weight. And so for me, it became less about fashion and more about hiding my body. And that was something that I kept to myself. Because again, no one likes to be told that they gain a lot of weight. So I try my best to hide it. And it's during this time period that a lot of people still don't believe I was overweight because of the fact I wore really baggy clothes and because of the way I'm framed. So what happened over time was I had a lot of baggy clothes, a lot of clothes like this that I took on business trips. And I remember this one trip I took to South America, in which my last day there, I came on a tour. I went on a tour, and this guy took me around the city, and I actually went up in the mountains, and the wind was blowing, and it was amazing to see just how big that shirt is. When I look at it now, I'm like, what the heck was I doing? I was like this big time professional guy in this super baggy blue shirt. Yeah, it was hilarious. But I look at that because not only did I have one of those shirts, I think I had three of those shirts that I used to wear all the time. And I have several different color shirts. So let's say it's been many years now since that trip. And many years since those beginning years of my professional career. So I did get, my style together. I did drop the pounds. I explained that story another time, or you can always go to my About page and learn about how I dropped all that weight. But over time, I still kept those clothes. Those clothes were always in the back of my closet. And they're starting, they have holes in them and all that good stuff, but I was still wearing them over and over and over again. And my wife used to say, why don't you get rid of them? And I was like, no, they're perfectly good shirts. I can still wear them, no problem. So I still wear them, right? And what started happening is I actually got involved in a project. One of my last projects I had with my previous company, in which the shirts came in handy because I didn't want to ruin my good clothes. So I used to wear these big shirts all the time. And then even on those trips I used to take with these crews, they used to look at me and like, why you got that big shirt on? And I was like, I used to be able to fit in this. They was like, seriously, Mike? You skinny Mike, you can fit in that? I was like, yeah, I used to be able to fit in this shirt, no problem. And it's just funny because now when I look in my closet, and I look at these shirts, because this ain't the worst shirt. I have much horrible shirts than this. But I seriously, like, this shirt is humongous. You can fit almost another person in it. Yeah, the photos don't do it justice. And so as I'm doing my spring cleaning right now, and I'm cleaning out my closet, Eminem song, I realized that it's time to say goodbye. And for me, it's kind of emotional because I just remember the hard work I put in to lose that weight. I just remember. I remember traveling all the time. And I remember being in my hotel struggling to figure out how I'm going to do this with this type of schedule I had. I remember me feeling like I was the only one out there. I remember, family members not knowing I was in this pain. I remember even she's my wife now, but even at that time she was my girlfriend. She had no idea just how I felt, and because when you're dating someone, you don't really notice their flaws. She never noticed just how much weight I put on until when we look at the pictures now, she can see it. But when we were going through that time period, we had no idea. So every time I see these shirts, it's kind of a reminder of that time period. And for a long time, I didn't want to let go of that time period because I always in my mind was like, maybe what if I ever gain that weight back? I gotta make sure I have clothes in case it happens. But as the years have gone on, I've noticed that in my closet, there's a lot of clothes from that time period that I have to start getting rid of. I have a lot of suits that I finally had to say goodbye, and I had to give them away to charity. And so that's why I'm putting this shirt on. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight for this blog, was the simple fact that I'm sure all you guys out there have clothes in your closet that you are ashamed that you can fit into. And there's probably clothes in your closet that you're ashamed that you can't fit into anymore. So I just want you to know that you're not alone. Like I've been there before. I totally understand. Those business trips, my personal life, all that stuff. I understand. So just do yourself a favor. Find one of those big shirts. pants, whatever, and just remind yourself that, you know, you're better than that. You will never go back to that. And get that motivation it takes to get started. So this is Michael V. Moore, aka MicVinny. You have a blessed day.